All right, but anyway, so here's the back of the seat. Instead of being a really beefy solid plastic molded in like this is, wait a second. That's even different than I thought. All right, that's different than what I thought I saw. All right, so the shoulder height it's just mounted with screws. All right, that piece that goes up and down inside is only mounted to the whole chair just with these 4 little bolts through this to this piece of plastic which floats.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's any load at all on this floating piece that goes up and down, in an accident, these are absolutely going to bust out. These little screws here will just pull through, which means that this whole floating back piece will pull forward just like we saw in the crash test. However, looking at this, the load should be held by this plastic piece here that raises and lowers on the screw. So there's more going on in the crash than we could really see. So apparently this floating piece seems fairly strong, but somehow it's also either it's failing or more of the load is being held by this back piece the way they have it set up for the Consumer Reports crash. But in either case, it's not a solid back. It's not a floating piece over a solid back. There's a lot of cutaways, so there's not as much structure back here as there is on other convertible seats that we've had, other Recaro convertible seats that we've had. And I'm really kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed that this was thought to be sufficient for the original tether design, and I'm disappointed that there's not more structure back here to keep this piece from moving, from breaking in a high-speed impact. I would go back to an earlier design, I would feel more comfortable with an older Recaro convertible than with this one.
That's too bad.
I mean, it's convenient to be able to adjust it with the knob, but structurally, there's not as much structure back here.
Well, good thing she's rear facing still.
I want to take a look at that video again. Because this whole piece here, this big long plastic piece that floats, it shouldn't be doing any of the work in an impact. It shouldn't be carrying any of the weight, but the only way to describe the failures that Consumer Reports saw is if this piece is failing and then this piece is trying to carry that weight. So what this is just a flat plastic block being held on by a little rail on this side and a little rail on this side.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that forward energy is just being held on by this little overhang here and here. And then a thin strip of plastic here up the middle. Tough, but still thin. And it seems that in a significant crash, it's just not enough. There's not enough structure to keep it from pulling through. So what's failing is this piece of plastic is the only way it's tied to the very heavy duty structure of the seat is just this little tab, this little overlap on each side, and kind of this thin strip of plastic up through the middle. So all of that pressure is making it give way in an impact. But down below we have this pretty beefy cross piece here through these very thick side rails. If we just had a second cross piece right through here, just like this, that was strong, integrated into these side rails, that the straps were fed over, that would give that high shoulder height structure and support, so that this cross piece could still adjust, it could still offer the range that the seat was designed to have for the shoulder height, but it would give the impact structure for these shoulder height straps, so that in an impact, this wouldn't be carrying all the load of the child and the seat, all that energy moving forward. It'd be held by that cross piece that the straps could be fed over, and that would make it a much safer seat.